Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. So let's zoom in, right side again, upper part. So top 8, we have two decks that could definitely take the title in the upper part. We have Judgment Spellbooks, which won in the previous year, at least the upper bracket, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to take on a deck list that is basically 1 year older compared to Spellbooks. You know, Spellbooks featuring Spellbook Judgment is a deck from 2013. But Artifact Chronomaly, this is the OCG deck list, because again, as I mentioned before, as you know, by the time we actually got Nebra disc here in the TCG, I think it was irrelevant. But in the OCG it was super nostalgic, as in, wow, they have Nebra disc and such a powerful normal summon. And Artifacts back then was definitely one of the stronger packages you could main deck almost in basically any deck. So which deck has the advantage? Well, if we ask the people, as you see here, right side, is that, 82% of the people see that Spellbooks should win this particular matchup. And I could definitely agree to some extent. I mean, look at Spellbooks, look at how powerful Spellbooks is, and both decks having access to the opening rule of opening with 6 cards, having, you know, the draw phase. That's definitely the advantage in favor of Spellbooks, I feel, because of, you know, Judgment being that strong, and very similar to Baby Dragon Rulers, them having the 6th card, potential, you know, an extra dragon to discard off of your Baby Dragons. Like, the same analogy, you know, counts for Spellbooks, being able to have the 6th card, maybe, you know, a combination of, at least that increases the potential of having a combo of Blue Boy and Secrets or something like that. That's insta full combo, and with full combo I mean end on Yugioh search, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 spells in the end phase. Back then this was mind-blowing, and it still is actually, but you know, power crept essentially. So we can't do anything. I think Maxi was irrelevant. I think was Maxi the 6th card? Or was this maybe an extra draw? I'm not so sure. Might have been the 6th card. Probably. Yeah, probably. Otherwise, you would have used it, would make sense. And I think my 3 sets, what was it? Is it a Sanctum, which is useless? Call of the Haunted is useless, and Moral Attack. Unless they destroy it, but does Spellbook actually play maybe post-Sighting, they Sighting in Mystical Space Typhoon? Yeah, maybe. So now we go first, and I mean, I was about to say, they do play main deck 1 Droll, but they do side deck 3, if I'm not mistaken. And Droll, sure, against this deck is good. Like, this deck somewhat suffers consistency, as you know, if you, with Chronomaly artifacts, if you're not drawing Nebra disc in your opening turn, you are set back by a lot. Like, you have to, in case of Crystal Skull here in hand, you have to normal summon, like Jet, for example, discard Skull to search Nebra disc. Or Bones maybe, but you know, that sets you back so much. And that's the biggest weakness of this deck. And on top of that, if they're able to prevent the search, that sets you even back even more, essentially. So, almost the same feeling, right? I think well, my 3 sets were almost the same. No, I should recheck, but what was it? I don't know, Sanctum, Call of the Haunted, maybe Ignition? Or Ignition has already been used, I think, previously. Obviously, yeah, they know we have Crystal Skull in hand, and obviously, I mean, if you were able to discard Skull, we would have been able to search Bones. The Bones would not matter because of Yugioh, so nah, just losing game. Like, as soon as Yugioh hits the field, I feel there is hardly anything we can do. This ends much better, even though we are getting heavied, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. We do lose Breakthrough Skill, and Breakthrough Skill is an out. It's essentially a double out for Yugioh. Sure, they could protect their Yugioh on field with, what's the spellbook called that protects from spells and traps? Is it Wisdom? I think it's Wisdom. Sure, Wisdom is an out, but you know, they need those searches. Fate, Wisdom, Field Spell, whatever. So we go for the rank 4, Hayuk I think the name is. It doesn't really do that much, it's not a negation, it just lowers the attack to 0 I think. Which, it's decent, but you know, like nowadays you need negation and more than that. I mean, fair enough, they do have like a rank 3 Gorgonic Guardian, which we do summon in a few moments, but the thing here is the rivalry. Okay, they do have a couple of floodgates, but I mean, we have already, yeah, our target is already in the graveyard, so Fissure doesn't really do that much, and as you know, against Exceed materials, Fissure does nothing, so this is fine. Plus, Rivalry does screw over this deck because of the types. Now it was all a rock type, so I guess that's fine, because what is it? The Chronomalies are machine, some of them. Your rock as well, and I think the artifacts are fairy, if I'm not mistaken, I think so. Problem now is going second, and like this hand, in all honesty, for back then was pretty good. Like normal summon disc, use spot to search something, set Sanctum, having honest to gain some momentum when going second. In 2014, hands, artifacts, trap tricks format, a much slower format. Inside I don't think we have access to Heavy Storm, right? So we have to snipe, use Typhoon and snipe any disruption we can hit to potentially attack over Yugioh, but we immediately get blown away by the judgments. So we lose our search, our Nebula disc, and we lose momentum, so that's kind of big. Yeah, the judgment was super big. And now they're just able to establish their board, right? Maybe double Star Hall, plus, I don't know, more back row. I think there's a Wind Blast set as well, so there's no way we can win this one. So, like, looking at the votes a couple of moments ago, like, almost feels it was spot on, especially, after this match, seeing how it's being played out. I feel that Judgment Spellbooks definitely had a huge advantage over the more recent deck. It's only 1 year though, but you see the difference between both formats. So that means that for the smaller semi-finals, in the upper bracket we have Burning Abyss versus Spellbooks, so that's pretty nifty. Anyway, bottom part is the next one, and that's a biggie. We have Ryzel Fiendsmith versus Turlemans. So Ishizu Tyr taking on one of the best decks from not too long ago. So feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, this is it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Riddim signing out. Peace.